every Monday, we will have conversation day. Conversation day practicing the previous week. Last week, we practiced the verb be in different forms. We practiced the question who, the question how long, and the question where, right? Together with this, these questions, well, this was the information for question, and for affirmations, we studied the verb be. The verb be for present, the verb be for past, the verb be for life, and also for introductions and identifications. So we have a lot of information to practice with conversation. This conversation will take place using this information. So let's practice. Where is the information? Over here. Conversation day. Questions. We practice with questions how long, where, when, and no. Where, no?
Where?
And who.
Who?
And who. All together. You also check this and that. Answers with this and that. And we also checked descriptions of personality, locations, and all that information in the corresponding formula. Right? So we have to build and speak using this information when you are talking. Okay? So instructions, indications. Build a conversation about descriptions, introductions, professions in the present, professions in the past, duration of jobs, and descriptions. No, and that's it. Etc. Using the three forms of be. Including, of course, I am in present, I was in past, and I have been in my life. So let's start with topic number 1, okay? Jesse, let's begin with you and speak to Hector. Ask him a question about ask him a question about his profession in this moment.
What is
Mhm.
what is no what you eat no
What you is?
no
Oh, that sounds very shawa shawa.
no
I don't think so. Mm-mm. Try
What
again.
is your profession
Um,
actually or
actually.
this moment?
Okay, actually, or this moment, no?
Hmm?
Okay. This, the correction,
Uh-huh.
and this is the note for your correction book. Eliminate actually.
Okay.
Okay, actually in Spanish is de hecho.
Okay.
Similar to actualmente, but this is a false cognate. False cognate, cognado falso. Un cognado es una palabra que suena igual a otra de otro idioma.
Okay.
Cuando son cognados falsos es porque suena parecido a otra palabra que no tiene nada que ver con la original. Actually es un cognado falso. So, la palabra tiene que ser, the correct word is this moment, but it's incomplete. It's, you need a connector for this moment.
In this moment?
In, fantastic. Correction. What's or complete? Correction.
No is what?
Oh, yes, it's correct.
Yes.
Correct. Just again, repeat. Correct.
Okay. What is your profession in this moment?
This moment, perfect. That question is correct. Okay. Another correction. Yes, I would say eliminate profession and use the word job
Okay.
because you don't change profession. You change.
Change job. Okay. So what is your job in this moment?
That's a very good correction. So, Hector, what is your job in this moment?
I am a buyer.
I am a buyer. That is correct. Let's expand a little bit. Where are you a buyer?
I am a buyer in Comosa.
In
Comosa.
C-O
C-O-M-M-O-S-A.
Okay. So that is correct. That is partially correct. In the next classes, or probably the previous classes, you know. Ah, yes, previous classes, not next. Connector for profession.
I am a buyer in Comosa.
Connector for company. For company. When you work, space, Comosa. What is the connector?
Is 4?
Wrong. At. Every time you speak
um,
about a company, you use a connector at.
At. Oh,
Hmm.
yeah.
Correction.
I am a buyer
Mhm.
at
Buyer
Comosa.
at Commons. And then copy the time expression that Viridiana give you. What is the time expression?
In this moment.
In this moment. That is the standard response verb. Okay. You need to take care, number one, connectors are very important for you. And number two, use the information in the question and copy this information when you respond. You got it?
Yes.
Copy that in your correction book. Question. No? Then let's continue. Hector.
Okay,
Question.
teacher.
Yes.
Yes, a question. I am. I have a question.
Of course.
In my answer, is correct if I write I am buyer, only I am buyer, or it's necessary a buyer?
Necessary.
Yeah. Okay.
Super necessary. In English, take a note. When you are speaking about professions or jobs, occupations, etc., professions, jobs, and professions are countable nouns. Okay. And in English, countable nouns need a number. Super necessary. Let's take a note. In English, countable nouns need a number. This is the premise. Jobs and professions are countable nouns. And a is equals 1. So when you say a job, you need a teacher, a buyer, a student, a car, a pencil, an apple. Why? Because they are countable nouns. Right?
Yes.
Take that note because it's super, super, super important. Basic English formulation. Any other question?
Nope.
So then you are going to start a conversation with Viridiana. Okay?
Okay.
Question, Viridiana, about professions professions in her life.
Okay. Viridiana. How long
Yes.
professions?
How long profession?
No, no, no. How long? How long? Have been you?
You?
How long are you?
Okay.
Are you? How long have been? Okay. Interesting.
Oh, yes. Super. Super interesting.
How long? Yes, my sounds is how long profession,
Okay.
but the formula the structure is not correct.
Exactly. You see the formula and doesn't match. So
Yeah.
you need to match the formula.
Long are you? But the question,
And remember, you are talking about her life.
like,
In my life. Let me give you the reference. In her life.
mm, she has been.
Nice. That sounds good. Complete.
How long? How long has been?
How long has been?
No, no, no.
I don't know. I don't know. Probably yes.
Okay. How long has been?
Conviction.
How long has been?
Uh-huh.
Mm, mm, Job
How long has been jobs? Finish
has been job in your life.
in your life. Okay. Let's talk in Spanish. ¿Qué quisiste decir? Para ver si usaste las palabras correctas.
¿Cuántos trabajos has tenido en tu vida?
Estás confundiendo how long con how many.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
yes, it's
Ujú.
correct. How many?
Has tenido, tener es have y no hemos visto have. O sea, no hemos visto el verbo have. Aquí tienes claramente has, pero este no es un verbo. Los verbos que vimos el viernes, que no recuperaste tu clase, por cierto, vimos el verbo be. I mean, in present I am, in past I was, and I have been in my life. You know, ser o estar. Right? So, trata de usar la misma estructura, que es, o sea, el contexto que usaste estuvo bien. Ahora no uses el verbo tener y no uses cuánto. How long es duration? ¿Cuánto tiempo? How long?
Ajá.
¿Ok? Y has been es como decir estar, estado, estuve, estuviste, he estado, he sido, ser, you know?
Okay.
Try again. Construyamos de nuevo. No vamos a ir a la corrección porque no hizo match con la lección. Va de nuevo. How long, what?
Okay, the question is in Spanish. ¿Cuántos trabajos has tenido?
No,
O,
porque
o,
cuántos
o,
es how many.
ajá, o
How long es cuánto tiempo.
cuánto tiempo.
Ujú. Question for duration.
O sea, ¿cuánto tiempo has trabajado en tu vida?
Ok.
¿Sí?
Yes.
Ok.
Ahora, aguas. Usaste la palabra trabajado. No usemos la palabra
Ajá.
trabajado. Tienes que usar la palabra ser o estar. Be.
Mm, ¿Cuánto tiempo trabaja? Ok.
Ser o estar. Be. Piensa en español una oración en donde uses ser o estar.
¿Cuánto
¿Cuánto
tiempo
tiempo?
tienes trabajando?
Tienes es tener. Usa ser o estar.
Pues solo es cuánto tiempo trabajas.
Ser o estar. Tienes que usar el verbo ser o el verbo estar para hablar de profesiones. Si yo te pregunto, ¿qué eres? ¿Qué respondes?
A un comprador.
Soy comprador,
Soy
¿no?
comprador. Ajá.
Entonces, necesitas usar una pregunta con el verbo eres, sido.
Ya me confundí.
A ver, ¿por qué?
Entonces, así en español, ¿cuál sería la pregunta que tengo que hacerle, pues? Ahí
Pero,
estoy confundido en el verbo ser o estar.
ok, ¿por qué? Busquemos la duda, busquemos la fuente de de la confusión para ver por qué no estás asociando la palabra con su traducción. Creo que, o sea, en este nivel es bueno usar traducciones todavía. Cuando pasemos a B1, te voy a quitar las traducciones. Pero
Ajá.
ahorita es buena idea machar una palabra en español con una palabra en inglés para que puedas empezar a asociarlas. Lo que está sucediendo es que me estás diciendo tener o no, trabajado, ¿no? Estás diciendo, ¿cuánto tiempo has trabajado? Eso quiere decir que no estás entendiendo qué significa be, porque be no significa trabajar. Trabajar en inglés se dice work,
Ajá.
¿ok? Entonces, ¿qué significa be?
Pues ser o estar.
Ser o estar. ¿Cómo usarías, conjugarías ser o estar en de tal forma que el tiempo de expresión sea en tu vida?
Como ha sido.
Ahí está. ¿Te acuerdas a qué se dedica Viridiana?
Él es fisioterapeuta.
Ujú.
Es
Trainer, era personal trainer,
personal trainer. Ok. Personal trainer.
personal trainer.
Ha
Es más
sido.
entrenadora. Entonces, esa es la información que debes usar. Ya conectaste el be con has sido. Es cero estar, es infinitivo. Estuve o fui, es pasado. Soy y estoy, es presente. Y he sido y he estado, es en mi vida, in my life.
Ok. The question is, how long?
Ok.
how long have been
Uh-huh.
how long have been you
Mhm.
personal trainer in your life?
Excelente. Ese es el primer paso. A partir de aquí ya hay correcciones. Pero lo primerito que tienes que hacer es entender qué estamos diciendo. You see? Structure 1, we are talking about descriptions, locations, and jobs. You need to associate descriptions, locations, and jobs with the formula be. Not with the word work. Not with profession, not with not work. Be. Be is a verb that you are studying in this moment. You got it? So after this, now switch to English. Now we can talk about corrections. There are two corrections in this case. There is a problem in formula, and there is a problem of incomplete. What is the mysterious word in this case? Personal trainer is a countable noun. What is that again? Watch out. At is a connector. What is similar to one?
Okay. How long have you been you a personal trainer?
A personal trainer. This is the principal, the first correction. Okay.
Okay.
Correction number 2. The order of words have been you. Yes, in the formula, we have be plus person. Technically, you are correct. But this Friday, we studied the position for have been. When you use have been in a question, you collocate the person between the be.
Okay.
Is have you been, no have been you. You got it?
Yes, sure.
Let's correct it. One more time. The two corrections.
How long have
Mhm.
you been
Mhm.
a personal trainer
Mhm.
in your life?
And that, my brother, is correct. Copy. Copy this in your correction book. Open on the Google Keep, on the app. Enter your note and write this in the book of corrections.
Okay.
So I can start checking. So, Viridiana, how long have you been a personal trainer in your life?
I have been
Can you repeat?
I have been
Mhm.
a personal trainer for 4 years in my life.
Yes, you are correct. Yes, for 4. Sounds repetitive, but it's a different for connector and for the number. So this is correct, Viridiana. Good job. I have been a personal trainer for 4 years in my life. Copy, guys. Any question?
In this moment, teacher.
Perfect. What about you, Hector? Copy your note. Do you have your notes in the laptop or in the cell phone?
In my cell phone. This,
Your cell phone?
yes.
Perfect. Type it, type it, type it, type it. Copy, 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 copy in this moment. Next. May I erase?
What teacher?
May I erase?
Yes, teacher. In my case, yes.
Yes. In your case, Hector?
Yes. Yeah.
Good. Let's go with Viridiana. Question, Hector, about okay. About location, his location. About his location last Friday.
Okay. Where
Oye, I am curious.
where was?
Where?
No. Where
I don't know, probably yes.
No. Mm, mm. Where was you? No. Yes. Where
I don't
was?
know,
No. Where you
probably
was?
yes.
Where um you what? You was where? No.
I don't know.
Um. Was where was you?
Where was?
No.
No?
What you are? Mm, 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 mm. Last Friday? Where was you last Friday?
Last Friday.
No.
Ready. Final answer or correction?
Mm, correction, teacher.
No problem. Yes, that's good. And you are correct. Almost. The position is perfect. The construction is perfect. This is the problem. What is the verb be for you? Corresponde person.
Where?
Exactly.
Yes. Where
Correction.
were you? Where were you last Friday?
And that is correct. Exactly. Where were you last Friday? All right, there you have it. What is the response, Hector? Where were you?
I were I were on vacation
Oh,
the last Friday.
ooh. Very nice, eh? Okay, then let's check. In previous classes, have you heard let me speak Spanish,
Sorry.
okay?
Sorry. Is I was.
Okay. How do you know that? Why?
Because is the in past sentence.
But where is present? Is past too? Sorry. Where is past? What's
Yes,
the
but
difference?
the no, it's correct. This is correct. I will. Yes, because the question is what is with you.
You are so close, brother. So close. Okay, that's what I wanted to speak to you. Partially correct. Let me speak Spanish. ¿Has escuchado la regla de que si preguntas con manzanas tienes que responder con manzanas?
Sí.
Eso aplica con los modal verbs, o sea, can, will, should, could, y no siempre. Es una regla que los profesores de inglés usamos para hacerlo didáctico.
Ajá.
Pero esa estrategia a mí no me gusta usarla porque se aleja de la parte más esencial del lenguaje, que es entender. No porque yo escuche do, significa que yo voy a responder do.
Oh, okay.
Porque, ¿qué significa do? Pues tú dime, ¿tú eres el teacher? Ah.
Pues,
Do puede ser tanto un verbo como puede ser un auxiliar. Puede significar hacer o puede ser una palabra X que después vamos a ver para qué se usa. ¿Okay? Entonces, si yo te digo, do you have a cell phone? Y me respondes con yes, I do have, significa que no entiendes qué significa do. Solamente estás copiando y pegando porque escuchaste la manzana y respondes con manzana.
ese siempre me ha dado lata.
Me imagino. Entonces, la mejor forma de atacar ese quiebre es entendiendo para qué se usa do. Si tú usas where aquí, significa que no has entendido la diferencia entre was y where. Was y singular para una sola persona. I was, he was, she was, it was. Es como si dijeras yo estamos.
Yeah.
Suena raro, ¿no?
Mm.
Se dice yo estaba. Si tú le das un significado a estas palabras, vas a entender cuándo usarlas y cuándo no, especialmente con el verbo be. ¿Vale? And finally, if Jessica doesn't say that, you don't say that. Eliminate that. You got it?
Okay.
Correction.
Yes, my answer is I was on vacation last Friday.
Excellent. That's correct. I was on vacation last Friday. Entonces el tip que debes llevarte es no entiendas solamente estructuras, dale un significado a las palabras. No te quedes nada más con la fórmula matemática. Por eso mucha gente cree que las fórmulas son nada más fórmulas y que no nos sirven para nada. Si no le damos un contexto a la palabra, si no entendemos para qué se usa, qué significa, las fórmulas son nada más, pues sí, solo son fórmulas y parece álgebra el lenguaje. La diferencia entre el álgebra y el lenguaje es que aquí hay palabras y hay significado, y en el otro no hay nada. Lo que tienes que hacer es was y were. Si yo escucho I was, debe de sonar bien. Si yo escucho I were, automáticamente tenemos que dar una red flag porque es como decir yo estábamos. Yo estábamos de vacaciones.
Okay.
You got it?
Ya, creo que sí entendí ya. Todo esto.
All right, perfect. Okay, so let's try with you. Let's go now to the question. Hector, ask Viridiana about her job, her occupation before a personal trainer. Her profession before a personal trainer.
Okay. Where? Where?
Where what?
Where is you?
Where is you?
No. Where are you? Where are your activities?
Hey, where are your activities? Compliments?
So it's in activities is where are your activities?
Oh, where are your activities?
Before
For
your job.
your job. Okay. Let's switch to Spanish again. A ver qué quisiste decir. A ver si ahora sí hace match.
No, ya. No, es no. Ay, qué bueno era, güey.
Te estás haciendo pelota tú solo.
Witch, era Witch, pero Witch no está
Exacto.
ahí. Pero Witch no está
Exacto.
ahí.
Which no está. Es where, who, and how long nada más. That's right.
Okay. Es
If you want some help, we also use what? That's like that was the standard.
okay. What?
Mhm.
What are your activities?
What are your activities?
Before
For
your
your
um, before your job?
for your job. Okay. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds similar to my request about her occupation before a personal trainer, right? Everything is perfect except this. Are you speaking in present or in past?
What were?
Exactly, correction.
What were your activities before your job?
Mhm. What were your activities before your job? Okay. Now, I will give you a little help here. You should copy information from my indications. I help you with the complement. I said the complement was before a personal trainer.
Mm,
So you can copy this information in your speech. This copy paste is super effective for the listening, for listening practice.
what were your activities before your
Mm. Copy paste,
mm,
copy paste.
what were your activities before?
Uh, what is her profession?
Personal trainer.
Complete.
What were your activities before personal trainer?
Incomplete.
Personal trainer.
Exactly. One more time.
What were your activities before a personal trainer?
Personal trainer.
Trainer.
And that is,
That's all. That's all.
of course.
Oh,
Cop-
yeah. It's not necessary personal trainer uh job or
No, not necessary.
okay.
Mhm. I just give you the information. You can copy. Take this information. This is a listening practice. You listen the indication and you copy the words.
If I not use the word uh, in this case what word is correct, how long, where, who,
Nothing. Only what.
only
For
what.
this specific context, only what.
Yeah, okay.
But I will give you feedback. It's better to say what were you before
Yeah.
and finish. Because in present is what are you? I am a teacher. So in past, what were you? I was a student.
Okay.
You see?
Yes.
Take a note. Note, note, note. Then, Viridiana, what were your activities before a personal trainer?
I was sales representative before a personal trainer.
Good copy paste. Final response? No corrections? Check it, check it.
No, teacher.
All right. Let me help you with an incomplete correction.
A sales. I was
Exactly. Jobs and professions are countable nouns. Right?
okay. I was a sales sales representative before a personal trainer.
That is correct. Good job. We finished our conversations, my people. We finished. Do you have any question?
Not sure.
Fantastic. Because in this moment, it's time to go. Okay?
Okay.
No, thank you. Very good class. I will see you tomorrow. And practice your vocabulary, complete your glossary. Okay, I want to check your glossary, especially you, Hector. You don't have anything in your glossary.
Teacher, in this moment.
Okay, okay, because it's very empty. Look, I am watching you every day. Every day, I am checking you.
Okay, okay.
All right. I see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye, teacher. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.